Welcome to Not Like This, episode 77. Jim is not here. He is in Florida. He's with Flo Rida right now, hanging with the family. So he'll be back next week, I think. He did not tell me when he's getting back, but I assume it's probably going to be for next week, and he'll have a bunch of stories for us about going to see Toy Story 4, his first Toy Story movie. We'll talk about weird Florida people because they're always up to no good, and he'll tell me all the weird food that he ate because he always gains like 10 pounds when he's in Florida. He says, "Oh, I had so many donuts. Oh, I love these donuts. Oh, I'm doing keto, by the way. Oh, but these donuts." So that'll be next week. We'll catch up with Jim. Maybe I'll just have him do a solo episode next week. Give me a fucking break. Because that's what this is gonna be. This is gonna be a quick little mini episode. Because you gotta have something out. We gotta have an episode. It's been like 10 years without missing an episode. Every week there's been an episode. We come 18 podcasts, 25 name changes. We don't miss an episode. So yeah, that's what this is, and we can talk about. As I check my notes, we can talk about Stomping Grounds, WWE, and my birthday. My birthday was this weekend. That was fun. Did a lot of stuff. Tried to pack in as much good times as I could. It started with getting the plat back to plat on Overwatch. Yeah, Jim's not here. We're still going to talk Overwatch. Got back to plat, so that was fun. Then I lost it last night, so that wasn't as fun. But it was nice as the clock rolled over to my 35th year circling the sun that I was in plat. So that was lovely. The day before my birthday, went to 350 Brewing, which Dad Bod played there uh, about a month ago. And we talked about it on the show, and I said, I fucking love this place. They got wrestling on the TVs. Their beer's really good. Service was good. They actually have a deeper menu than you would expect from a craft brewery. It wasn't just like dirty, cheap nachos made of asbestos and fucking nasty wings. Then they had burgers and gyros, however you want to say it. They had a chicken gyro and tacos and tortas and salads and fucking cheese curds and other bar food at that point. But it was so good. So I went to 350 Brewing the day before with my dad. I said, "Dad, let's go." I did this right after work. Cause oh man, it was just a shitty week of work for me personally. Didn't have a great week, but it was a short week because of my birthday. Took a couple days off. First time I took days off at this job. Didn't know how to do it. Had to ask. I said, don't know how to. Do I go into the Reflexus program? Do I go into Workday? Do I just talk to one of you motherfuckers about it? Don't know how to take it. Oh, you haven't taken a day off yet? It's like, no, you can kind of just come to this job like sick or dying and still pull it off. So I haven't had a need to do that. But when my birthday rolls around later, gonna take a little me time. Um, so Friday was my last day. And as soon as I got out of work, I went whoop whoop, went home, scooped up the old man, went to 350, watched some wrestling on the TV. And here's the cool part. Here's why I'm talking so much about this aspect of it. Um, So he gets a Groupon because fathers, they're old. He's like, oh, if we're gonna go there, I got a Groupon. It's a flight and a pint and like a tasting glass for two people for $28. I said, all right, let's do that. So we get the flights and all their beers so goddamn good at 350. God, I need to fucking work with these people. I'm just plugging them for free. Um, because I like their Shake City. That's my favorite beer that they have. It's a strawberry milkshake IPA. Very good, very tasty. And we're drinking all these beers, eating all these foods. Because I get the cheese curds, I get some fucking tacos. I say, give me the tacos. And they have wrestling on TV. And what do they have on the television? SummerSlam 1994. Now, for those who have listened to the show for a while, we've mentioned it. SummerSlam '94 was the first like live event at the United Center. This was before Michael was even in there. He didn't even fucking dunk. He didn't dunk it yet at the United Center. SummerSlam '94, my first wrestling event of note. I might have gone to something previously, but for me, this was the one. SummerSlam '94. That's the one I went to. That's the one my dad took me to. It's like the first big thing. And I look over and I see it. It's Brett and Owen, and I was just like in big blue, and I was like, well, this has got to be SummerSlam '94. And I say, hey, old man, look at the TV. That's SummerSlam '94. That's the first event you took me to. That's the one at the United Center where we sat all the way up in the nosebleeds because you didn't love me as a child. And he became engrossed by it because I was telling him like, all right, here's what's gonna happen. Owen's leg's gonna get caught in the cage, and his brother's gonna climb down right next to him, and there's gonna be a big fucking family fight in the cage, and it's gonna be awesome. And he says, how do you remember all this? This is 25 years ago. How do you remember all this? And I was just like, it's like I talk about this shit every week. You can't, it's like forgetting, your name. You just don't forget that shit. He ended up watching it, which was weird. Because normally he'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool. Sure, whatever you say. But he kept looking over and watching it. I think he was trying to remember. He's just like, God, I don't remember this one. I know I took the kid to Valparaiso for a TV taping that was like 18 hours long. I know I took him to the Rosemont Horizon. Did we go to the United Center? Yes, we did, and it was SummerSlam '94, and it was fucking awesome. So that's what I did at 350 Brewing. Got nice and tipsy with my dad for my birthday. A little pre-birthday, good food. Hopefully, Dad Bod goes back to 350, so I have an excuse to check it out. And maybe check out Groupon because that Groupon was fucking awesome. It's awesome. I love the little glass that they gave me. I was waiting for it to be like a little shot glass. Like, here's your free glass. You cheap pieces of shit, Groupon fucks. But no, it was in the really cool glass. I like it. So, 350. God bless him. SummerSlam '94. So then on the day of my birthday, I tried to pack in as much stuff as I could. I went fishing, which was a struggle because all of the little lakes over here, they're just fucking swampy, and it's not conducive to the fishing that I enjoy, which is a finesse style of bass fishing. So I went to this one that's kind of nearby. I've never had any luck there, but the water was clearer, so I said, let's fuck it, let's just do it. So I'm fishing over there, not having any luck, and then I catch a fish, but it wasn't the fish I was going after. I caught a little catfish, which was super cool. I forgot that these slimy little weirdos, and I was like, how do I hold a catfish again? Because you got to hold it a certain way, otherwise you might get a little fin slap, a little fin cut. And catfish are weird because they're vocal. Like it was just like, "Meow, meow." Like it was not happy that I took it out of the water, and it was letting me know. It was giving me little barks. What? Come on. So, but I wanted to get some fishing in on my birthday, and I did. I also wanted to get a little gun time, a little birthday gun time. Go to the shooting range, which was fun. So did that. Went on a Saturday afternoon, busy as fuck, and I love my Glock 19 Gen 4. I love it. I can't miss with this thing. Just destroying it. So I was very surprised as I'm shooting when the range master approaches me, touches my arm and says, "Sir, you're shooting the ground." And I was like, "Well, no." Like when I was very embarrassed. I was extremely humiliated. When the range master comes up to me and says, "Sir, you're shooting the ground," I was like, "Oh fuck! I can't believe I've done this." And he leaves, and I'm still embarrassed. Like, oh my god. And then I go from being embarrassed to being mad because I was like, wait a minute. Let me reel this back in. it's just like I've destroyed this target. I'm killing this target. None of my shots are even remotely low. I'm shooting the floor. Excuse I don't Are you confusing me with anyone else? Maybe it's the stall next to me where the guys have rented 5 guns and aren't familiar with any of them. Could it be them? Could it be them maybe? Or is it me? Just laser beaming. Center mass laser beaming. Headshots. Laser beam, little side targets off to the upper left, upper right. I said, let me pop those too. Pop, 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 pop. Maybe it's them. So yeah, that was fun. Went to the shooting range, but no, I did feel super embarrassed in that moment. So you're shooting the floor. I was like, oh my god, I just want to curl up into a ball and die. And then I got hot because that's my other reaction to things. Is first it's shame, and then it's rage. So that was that. But other than that, it was a nice time at the range. They had some guns on sale, some of the used guns. I love checking out the used gun case. They had a nice little Ruger LC9, I think it's called, little carry 9mm pistol, smaller on the small side, for like $150 or something. It was nuts. It was nuts. But I almost got it. I almost said, you know, it was my birthday. Give me a birthday gun. But I didn't. I was good. I was good with my money all day, all weekend, all birthday weekend, which is surprising because I went to the casino. Now, for whatever reason, last couple weeks, I've had this urge. Go to the casino, play a little blackjack, shoot a little craps. For I don't know why. I don't know why. Sometimes you get these strange urges, try something new, step out of your comfort zone, this, that. So that was the plan for Saturday night. And we go to Hollywood Casino in Joliet, Illinois. And like the grounds were great. I love driving like to the parking garage because I was like, man, this lawn's so well taken care of, and it was nice. It was nice. It was like that golf course when I ran that 5K. There's something about a nice tended to lawn that just looks nice. So go to the casino. We're not at the casino long because casinos are sad. Casinos are sad, and I just wanted to play a little blackjack. All the blackjack tables were taken except for like the 20 $25 minimum tables. And I'm like, I'm not trying to play 2 hands of blackjack. I want to sit down for a half hour, have some drinks, win a little money, lose a little money, and call it. You know, literally throw away a couple $100 on the, you know what you're getting into. You go to the casino. I knew what the score was. I'm gonna have some fun, but I'm probably gonna lose some money on the day, and that's fine. Didn't get a chance. Didn't get a chance because all the tables were booked except for the ridiculously priced ones. And the same thing with the craps. There's no room at the craps tables. I wanted to put my chip on the pass line. Say, okay, I'm on the pass line. I'm rooting for the shooter. That's easy. Put my odds on the pass line. Okay, I'll make a little comeback. Put my odds on that one. Do that twice, and you're playing craps now. That's it. That's the game. Simple, simple. Rooting for the shooter, rooting against the craps. You know, simple. Didn't get a chance. It was unfortunate. Played a little video poker while we like waited for some tables to open up, I guess. Won money there actually. I can't say for sure because I wasn't keeping track. I might have won money on the day, and if I didn't, it is really close. If I lost money, I did not lose much at all. Um, because I won pretty nice on the video poker. Five. I was like, just get five of a kind, guys. Hey guys, just get five of a kind. It's simple. I did it. And as soon as I did it, I cashed out. I was like, we are done here, bro. Cash out. Mm. And then we went back to the tables, which there were none available. So we fucking left. I said, all right, let's not waste too much time here. And they could see I was getting hot. Like I said, I have two switches, shame and rage, and I was not ashamed, but I was getting annoyed. It's like it's like I didn't want a private party at the casino. I just literally wanted to sit at the blackjack table. Minimum five, minimum 10. I can fuck with that. But they just wouldn't let me. So I said, all right, calling an audible. Where are we at? Joliet? All right, you got a movie theater around here? Not really. New Lenox does. Let's go to the New Lenox AMC. I was planning on seeing this movie tomorrow, but fuck it. We'll see it today. We're going to go see Child's Play. So that's what we did. Went and saw Child's Play 2019, this reboot, remastered edition of Child's Play. Directed by Lars Klevberg. All right. Let me fire up the IMDb here. Let's take a trip. Taking a trip. 2019 IMDb. Probably should have had this ready before I started recording. But I got laundry going down there. I'm multitasking like a son of a bitch. Directed by Lars Klevberg, who directed movies such as Polaroid, The Wall from 2012, Polaroid again in 2019. Okay, it must have been a short film. That's it. This is his first. Huh. This is his first feature film? Now, he has Polaroid as his first feature film directing. But that's also 2019, and it says it came out before Child's Play. Don't remember if that one came out. Don't remember if that one came out. Huh. So, but he also directed The Wall. What was The Wall? That was a short, so I don't care. Interesting gig for Lars Klevberg, the director here. Good for you. Good for you. I will say this about Child's Play. It wasn't directed in a scary way. Like, even the scary moments, they weren't shot, through that horror lens. I found, because there were scary moments, there were, this and that, but just weren't on the same page. The director wasn't on the same page. So, obviously wasn't his vision, you know. Written by Tyler Burton Smith, Don Mancini. Don Mancini's the original guy, so I'm sure that's just like a, fucking characters by. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, based on characters created by. So it was written by Tyler Burton Smith, who wrote Quantum Break in 2016. And okay, Quantum Break's a video game. He was okay. So this is a video game guy. Interesting. Sleeping Dogs. He did some additional writing on Sleeping Dogs in 2012. He also wrote the Quantum Break video game, and that's it. A couple shorts before that, and then fucking Child's Play. How do you just get these jobs? I have a fucking resume longer and more impressive than this. Well, maybe not. Video games probably pretty cool. Probably pretty cool. People have heard of Quantum Break and Sleeping Dogs. Um, so yeah, written by this guy, and I wonder, boy, do I wonder, because one of the first things me and my buddy said when the credits started to roll and people were leaving, and it's like, all right, now we can talk, now we can recap, what'd you think? And like the first thing we said wasn't really a Child's Play movie though. Like, didn't need to be a Child's Play movie, which is like the common consensus with this film. Everyone's saying this, and rightfully so. It's not Child's Play 2019. It's not bad. It's not shot terribly well, and there are some moments where the writing is not fantastic. But overall, it's a lot better than it had a right to be. But it didn't need to be fucking Child's Play. It didn't need to be Chucky. It didn't need to be Good Guy Doll, or in this one, My Buddy. Um, it it's you always hear about these reskins where it's like, well, that wasn't really a Die Hard movie. They just slapped on John McClane's name at the end. That's Die Hard with a Vengeance. You always hear that kind of shit, where it's like, oh, you made this movie that can easily be reskinned for this franchise we actually have the rights to. And I'm super curious if that was the case here, if this was like a Tyler Burton Smith script that they had that he wrote recently, or if it was a legitimate, hey Tyler, write us a Child's Play. I doubt it's that one. I fucking doubt it's that one. And the movie would have been better served if it didn't have the Child's Play name. If they stepped away from that, called it something else, rebranded it, get away from the overalls, get away from the Chucky doll face with the red hair, get away from all of that, because it's an evil AI kind of. It's not even evil AI. It's they took the safety precautions out of its circuits. The film opens, oh God, in a very bad way. In Vietnam, in a little shop, you know, these fucking workers putting these dolls together and they hate it. Their life sucks. It's terrible. Their boss is abusive, and this guy's putting the fucking doll together and he's taking his time. He's not going fast enough. So his boss is like, "Hey, shithead!" He's slapping him and shit. It's like, you know what? Finish that doll and you're fucking out of here, you fuck. And he's like, all right, fine, okay. The boss walks away and he fucks with the chip. He gets in the code, and he's just click clacking away and he's removing the safety measures. He's removing the language barriers. He's, doing this and that. So he doesn't necessarily make it evil, though. He just kind of gives it, I wouldn't say free will, but I mean, but that's what makes it interesting. That's honestly what makes this movie interesting to me. And I also think the movie would have been a lot fucking better if that opening scene was removed. Because the mom, Aubrey Plaza, or is it Audrey? Let's find out. Aubrey Plaza. She's a young mother with this kid, and she works at the fucking store. So she's like, this Chucky doll got returned because the eyes got all red and it's busted. It's busted. And she's like, well, my kid wants this, so I'm gonna take this. Which is a fun little scene where she kind of blackmails the manager. He's like, well, we actually have to return that, and she's like, well, I saw you fuck Susan in the back, and you want me to tell you what? How's your wife? How's your wife doing? I'm taking this now. She says that, which is hilarious. She says, I'm taking this now. Goodbye. Cute little scene. Probably didn't need to be in there, but it was funny, so I'll take it. It's not the longest movie, so I'm not going to complain about that aspect of it. So she gets the good guy, I'm sorry, the buddy doll, and she gives it to her kid. Whew, it's got to be like 13 years old. Now, Andy Barkley in like the original movies, he's like 8, 9, 10, right? 8, 9, 10. And then he's like 25 in the third one. He's like, I'm going to military school. I'm going to military school. Um, so this old child who damn near has his driver's license is like, all right, I'm gonna play with this doll. And Andy in this one, he's a loner. He's poor. He doesn't have any friends. He has a hearing aid. For some reason, can anybody tell me why he has a hearing aid? I don't think that Andy didn't have. That's not a callback to the original, is it? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And I knew the second he had the hearing aid, it's like, all right, well, Chucky's gonna be in his ear at some point in this, and it's gonna be a huge moment. And it's not. He does do that, but it's just the most minor of details. It's a throwaway moment and line during like the climax, which it doesn't really matter. See, that one plays better when you're isolated, and it wasn't really the case with how they played that one. But so yeah, Andy's got this doll, and it's actually really sweet. I I liked Act One, some of Act Two, and Act Three was kind. There were moments in Act Three that were fucking awesome. Because Act One is like, all right, we got this fucking busted doll, and I like the idea of this of a busted, broken doll instead of an evil doll, a programmed from the depths of hell doll. This was just like, all right, this is just a little AI that doesn't have these safety measures in, and he makes these choices. It's like, oh, you hurt Andy. Oh, Andy doesn't like the cat because the cat's annoying and it's always scratching him. Well, now I'm fucking strangling this cat because it hurt my buddy. Hey Andy, you're my buddy. My buddy's got to be happy. The cat made you unhappy. I'm strangling this cat. It wasn't, and we've seen that before. You know, we've seen that shit before. But there were moments that were just genuinely sweet from the doll. And it's Mark Hamill, by the way. Mark Hamill's doing the voice of Chucky, and it's great. Where you're like, there were moments where I was like, I'm with the doll. I'm rooting for the doll. The doll is a goddamn sweetheart, and it's like you hurt our people, we'll strangle your cat. Don't fuck with our people. Um, so yeah, I kind of like that aspect of it. Um, let's see what the fucking thing says here. I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, Shane is the stepdad ish character. Mom's dating. We don't know what happens with the dad. The dad left or something. Everybody leaves me, so I think the dad left. So she's plowing this guy who's a real piece of shit. Um, and of course, he gets a little abusive with Andy. He gives him a little shove and says, "You don't fucking call me an asshole. All right, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be fucking your mother. All right, you little jerk." He's the uncle from Home Alone. It's like, "You little jerk." And Chucky, of course, kills him. He kills him. We find out that this guy has a family. He's cheating on his family with Aubrey Plaza, a wife and kids, and Chucky kills him. They also did this cool. I thought they were gonna do something really neat because the first couple kills with Chucky, I want to say he wasn't directly responsible. It's just like he would put marbles and you fell down the stairs. It's like, well, you fell. You got to watch where you're walking. It's like, I didn't kill you. The trash compactor killed you. And I thought they were going to do that the whole way, which would have been interesting if they would have played up that. But then, no, he just starts stabbing the fuck out of people for Tupac and stuff, which is a weird line. How long has this script been around is my question. I keep coming back to that. How long has this script been around? So yeah, Chucky's killing people, and it's hilarious. Chucky rips because they're watching uh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and Chucky's learning from things. You can teach him swear words. He's watching horror movies, so he's learning violence through horror movies, and they take a guy's face off, you know, in Texas Chainsaw 2. And so that's what Chucky does. He takes the face of the stepdad-ish character and puts it on a watermelon and leaves it in Andy's room. Like, here you go, buddy. Hey, buddy, you know how you said you didn't want him around anymore? I, I got you. I got you, dog. And it's actually it's one of those moments, again, it's not shot very well in like in a horror movie way. It could have been a really good reveal, um, but the way it's presented left a lot to be desired. But cool though. It was cool. And then there's this whole fucking thing about we got to get rid of this head, and it turns into a little fucking farce. Where it's like, all right, we're gonna gift wrap the head. We gotta wrap. We can't just walk down the hall with this head. So what do we got? All right, wrapping paper. All right, now we'll carry it down the hallway to throw it out. But mom's like, what's that? What do you got there? And he's like, oh, a present for the lady down the hall. Well, let's go fucking give it to her. Shit. So they knock on her door and they're like, hey, old lady, here's a present for you for helping me with my homework. And she's like, what the fuck? Oh, okay, okay. I'll lie for you. I'm a cool old lady. He's like, well, don't open it now. My birthday's next week. We'll open it together, at the same time. He's like, all right. This just got weirder than it initially was, but fine. And she keeps it on her mantle for a while. And there's this little subplot of we gotta get that fucking head. We gotta get that head because this is gonna be really bad. And he does. Like he goes to dinner with the old lady and her son, who's Detective Mike. He's a comic relief character. He does a great job with what he's given, by the way. God damn. Let me find out this guy's name. He deserves a lot of love. Brian Tyree Henry plays Detective Mike, and he's a real charming guy. He's a real charming guy. Oh, he was in the Book of Mormon. Oh yeah, he's a fucking performer. This guy. I'm not surprised. Um, yeah, so there's this whole fucking head subplot, is what I'm saying. Weird movie, weird movie, and but worth it. There's like between the sweet moments and what the fuck is going on with this head. It's it's not what I expected from this Child's Play movie. So yeah, the dog gets out of control, and at one point, and this was great, because he kills these people and the cat and shit. So and he's like, dude, I gotta lock you up. And he locks him up, and Chucky gets sad. He's like, well, don't lock. I thought we were buddies. I did. What are you doing? And he gets out, right? So throughout the night, broken glass, Chucky gets out, and you'd think it's like, oh, Andy done fucked up. You can't cross Chucky. You're dead now, Andy. Chucky doesn't lift a fucking finger against Andy. There's something really sweet about this movie. I don't. I think if they went that route with it, we could have had something special here. But instead, we kind of pick and choose those moments. We pick and choose horror moments. The director definitely picks and chooses when he wants to shoot it like a horror movie and like a comedy. So unfortunately, we miss all the marks. Everything's about average. Nothing really shits the bed, but nothing is over the moon. Awesome. We're average at every level here, which is pretty much what the Rotten Tomatoes score says. Everything's like 60%, 65% for audiences, I think it said. 62. Oh, it's 62 for both right now. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. That is about right. So, yeah, they're like, all right, we got to do something about this, because then it kills um, the old lady that was lying for Andy. You know, they have these like self-driving cars by this Caslin company. Caslin's the company that makes Chucky. It's like their Apple. It's like their Google. They have their Siri. They have their self-driving cars. They have like they're the fucking technology company in this movie, Caslin. So she gets herself a Caslin, a self-driving car. Of course, Chucky fucks with that, ends up killing this lady, which was a cool scene, by the way. It was a cool death. I did enjoy that. And at that point, it's like, well, now you're just a heel. And oh, there's another weird subplot. Because every time you have your Chucky movie, it's like, well, he's small, just destroy him. So the kids do that. They're like, they trick him to. Oh, and it's so fucking sad. And Andy's crying when he does it because he's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna lure him into this room, and we're gonna beat him to death. All right. And Chucky, none the wiser, like falls for it because he's just like, hey, my buddy wants to go into his bedroom. I love going into my buddy's bedroom with him. We're gonna hang out. Whatever he wants to do, he's the boss. Like, he's the king. He's my king. And they walk into his bedroom, and Andy's holding Chucky's hand, and Chucky's just like, "All right, buddy, what do you want to do today? Do you want to play cards? What do you want to do?" And they start beating the fuck out of him, and he has like this Iron Man core in his chest, and they fuck with that a bit, and Not enough, because it's movie's not over. It's like the halfway mark, really. And um, yeah, so they think they destroy him. They throw him in the garbage chute, and like the super, the building super, gets his hands on him. And this guy's a real creep. A real creep. He's got cameras in everybody's rooms, so he can see Aubrey Plaza take a shower. So he's a real piece of shit. You're kind of rooting for him to die. And of course, he's like, I'm gonna refurbish this Chucky doll and I'm gonna sell it on eBay. And let me do it while I'm shirtless, though. And he does. He fixes him while he's shirtless. And Chucky kills him, of course, in a real stupid way. The stupid, maybe the dumbest death murder kill scene that I've ever seen. I don't remember how he got into this position, but at one point the super is hanging on to like a heating pipe, and below him is a blade saw, buzz saw, and he's like, "Oh shit! If I fall, I'm gonna get oh no!" And Chucky, with his Caslin technology, turns up the Caslin heat thermometer, and the heat. He's like, my hands are burning now. Oh, it's so hot. I'm gonna have to let go, and I'm gonna fall on this blade. And it's so stupid. It's so stupid and long. So stupid and so long. And then, of course, he falls and dies. But why am I'm still talking about this movie? Let's just get to the Act Three, the finale. Um, the buddy two lineup. All right, you've had your current buddies. Well, now it's generation two, new and improved buddies, and they've got black buddies, and they have like a teddy bear buddy, which is like a Chucky with a fucking bear face, and it's fucking awesome. It's awesome because it's after Christmas time because the fucking deadbeat dad was taking down Christmas lights. Yet at this store there's a toy rush, like fucking Jingle All the Way. It's like I have to get it. I have to get the buddy. Um and during this scene, Chucky's kind of like terrorizing Andy. Like not like physically, but like mentally, like you betrayed me. Why would you do? I thought we were. Why did you do it? But at this point, he is turning like full blown heel, which is a bummer. Did not want to see that. I wanted Chucky to be. I wanted him to misunderstand. I wanted him to like killing the pervert super like that. Yeah, awesome. Killing the cat makes sense because he hurt your butt. Like I like that stuff. But at a certain point, it's like I don't know why he killed that old lady. Still, I still don't understand that one. So it's this fucking toy store blowout, like, all right, we're 3 2 1, go and get your buddies, we're selling them now, hooray. And it turns into a fucking bloodbath as Chucky gets into the system, the Caslin technology system, and he turns all of these fucking dolls evil, including drones and including the fucking bear Chucky, which was the coolest thing. The second they showed it, I was like, I want to see. I hope that's in the sequel where, that's killing people. I didn't have to wait that long because that's what we got in this movie, and it was awesome. It was so fucking cool, and people are getting murdered left and right, and we end up in like the back warehouse of it, where we have our showdown with Andy and Chucky and Aubrey Plaza, who Andy's got to save. And yeah, the ending's kind of weak. That's why I'm like that. There are so many more interesting. I wouldn't say good, but interesting parts early in the film where this part just kind of had to happen. You know. Um, but yeah, so they kill him with the help of Detective Mike. He shows up, shoots it. They fucking destroy the shit out of it, which is awesome. And yeah, that's kind of the movie. They all live. Mr. Caslin himself, he recalls the toy, says, "We're terribly sorry about the incident that happened there. Um, Even though it was a fluke, we are going to be recalling everything, and it'll be back better than ever." So yeah, yep. So that I mean that's Child's Play. It was so close to being a very good movie. It still wouldn't have been a good Child's Play movie. It would have been a good movie. But yeah, I really wish they didn't go the route that they went. Is all. So check it out. I also didn't mind the look when the poster came out, when the trailer came out. It said, "All right, let's see what Chucky looks like," and we saw what he looks like, and we all went, "Oh fuck!" But I was okay with it because it's so fucking different. Like I said, it's not a Child's Play movie. So I wasn't when I saw it, I wasn't even really comparing it to the fucking 80s, 90s movies. And it actually, like, the dopey look lent itself to those sweet moments. Because at one point he's just like, "All right, we're gonna scare this guy, me and you, Chuck. All right, I need you to make a scary face." And Chucky is trying his damnedest for Andy. He's just like, "I'm trying to make a scary face. I can't do it." He's like, "No, no, no, no. Make your mouth wide like this." And he's going, "Rah." And it's so fucking adorable. He just wants to make this little boy happy. He just wants to make this little boy happy. And I thought that was so goddamn cute. I also thought that they were gonna do they were playing with it for a little bit. The whole, is the doll actually doing this, or is it Andy the boy himself doing it? They didn't play with that too long because that's hard to do. And yeah, that's a little out of this a little out of their range. But I there's another movie I kept trying to remember it that did that. It was the little girl that did it. Was it Pinocchio? It might have been Pinocchio. It's like a 2002 Pinocchio. Pinocchio. I want to find this. Pinocchio horror movie. Pinocchio's Revenge, 1996. Mm-hmm. Let me make sure this is the one. Plot all the way at the bottom. Jennifer Thorson. Yeah. It was the daughter. It was the daughter. Awesome, awesome little movie. Pinocchio's Revenge, 1996. Give that a look. That might be on Prime. Might be on Prime or something like that. So, so yeah, that's my take on Child's Play. Not fucking bad, guys. Not good, but not bad. I will watch it when it's eventually on something, Comcast on demand for free, and I'll say, you know what? I will. Just for those little moments where Chucky's wants nothing more than to just make this troubled child happy. So that's that. What else we got to talk about here? Next week, we're going to talk about a sequel to a horror movie that came out last year. And it's not It, although I think that might have been 2 years ago. No, Halloween. There's some news. There's some news coming out about a sequel to Halloween. Yeah, yeah. I'm very excited about this. So we'll wait for Jimmy to come back before we talk about some of the Halloween shit. And so get ready for that, where we talk about that once a fucking show. I'm still super excited that Halloween 2018 is good. I've got it in my Blu-ray player right now. About a couple times a month, I'll fire it up, fall asleep to it. It's just super excited about it. And next week we'll talk about all the foods that Jim's been eating, and I'm going to talk about my diet and exercise a bit because I'm on the struggle bus. I'm on the struggle bus, driving that struggle bus through all the drive-throughs, gaining weight. Um, so gonna be nipping that in the bud. That was one of the things. Um, like I knew my birthday week would be bad because I was gonna be off keto, and I ate like a pig. Ice cream cake and tacos and all that kind of shit. But now it's back to work. All right, Boots on the ground. I might even I might even join a gym. Get a personal trainer. I'm considering it. I'm considering all these things. I want to get a bike, but I have nowhere to put it. So maybe Jim can help me out a little bit with that next week. We'll be talking about that so I can get back to a new career low. That's how I measure it. It's my adult career low. Um, but before we get out of here, I do want to talk about WWE Stomping Grounds because I do have to talk about wrestling a little bit. It was their pay per view last night, Stomping Grounds, which is just a great name. Just a great name. I'll run through the card here. Becky Lynch defeated Lacey Evans by submission in 11 minutes and 30 seconds. I love Lacey Evans. I think she's going to be a great, great heel. They might be pushing her a little too hard now, but I think she's doing great considering that. She's not eating total shit, and I like her in the ring. I like her in the ring. Um, it's just one of those things where she's tall, athletic, sexy blonde lady, so you're going to be seeing a lot of her. Vince has a type. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defeated The New Day in a tag team match that was 11 minutes and 5 seconds. That was just a nice, this just a nice little match. You know, Ricochet defeated Samoa Joe for the United States Championship in 12 minutes and 25 seconds. Ricochet's first main roster title, U.S. Championship, in a decent little match with Joe. Daniel Bryan and Rowan, he's the tall ginger, defeated Heavy Machinery, the funny fat guys. Well, the one funny fat guy and the other guys there too, in a tag team championship match. So I think they retained. Daniel Bryan and Rowan did in 14 minutes and 25 seconds, the longest match of the night so far. Probably didn't need to be, but whatever. I love Heavy Machinery. I love those guys so much, especially Otis. I love Otis. He's so good. There was one sequence in there where Daniel Bryan's doing his yes kicks, these little side kicks to the opponent's chest, and he's doing it to Otis. And Otis is just this fucking thick, chunky boy, and it's not. He's like feeding off it. He's like hulking up, like yeah, you're kicked, and he's laying him in there. It's Daniel Bryan. He knows when to lay him in. And he's kicking the shit out of this man, and Otis is just feeding off it, and it was a cool moment. But then, and I thought like, oh, if they're gonna win, they should do it right now, very soon. Didn't happen. Daniel Bryan and Rowan retain. Bailey, who's the champ, it says, defeated Alexa Bliss in 10 minutes and 35 seconds. Don't really remember that. I also don't remember Roman Reigns defeating Drew McIntyre in 17 minutes and 20 seconds. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't remember that. Kofi Kingston defeated Dolph Ziggler in a cage match. That one went 20 minutes. That was I knew people were gonna shit on this match, and I was like, they're gonna blame Kofi. Like, oh, he's not a popular champion. I was like, no, guys, he's wrestling Dolph Ziggler. This match is dead. This match is dead in the water. Cool finish though. Dolph is climbing towards the door. Open the door. I'm gonna crawl out. I'm gonna win because that's a rule of steel cage matches. That's retarded. But Kofi sees this happening, and he runs and he dives through the middle rope, and he lands on the ground before Dolph touches. So he does a little suicide dive over Dolph, who's crawling, and he retains. Cool spot, but very forgettable match. As was the main event, Seth Rollins defeating Baron Corbin. Now this one was all about the special guest referee. Who's the special guest referee going to be? Special guest referee is Lacey Evans. That's right, tall, sexy, athletic blonde lady. She's feuding with Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch is dating Seth Rollins. So Baron Corbin says, I'm going to pick the referee, and the referee's going to be your girlfriend's enemy, and you won't hit a woman, I think. So, God, I hope not. Seth, are you going to... Oh, fuck. So I've got that going on for me. I'm Baron Corbin. I'm going to win. But he doesn't. Seth Rollins retains. Lacey kept changing the rules. You know what? No count out. You know what? No DQ. Fuck off. So just because he's trying to give Baron Corbin the edge. So once she says no DQ, though, Becky Lynch comes out, beats the shit out of her. New referee comes out, counts the 1, 2, 3 because Seth Rollins hits a finisher of some sort, I'd imagine. And yeah, the pay per view ends with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, real life couple, standing tall, hugging, and little slap ass. She slaps him on the tush, and it's an ending to a Raw. I mean a pay per view, and that was WWE Roadblock. That was WWE Stomping Grounds, and it is very forgettable. But, you know, Dolph Ziggler shouldn't be in a fucking championship match. Baron Corbin shouldn't be in a championship match. They've had like 5 pay-per-view like events in like a 6 week span. You can't do it. You can't do it. Not to make this an AEW thing, but their events are so spread out that there's nothing but time to hype it and get excited and Jones for it. And man, I can't wait to see what this guy's got. Man, who's Darby Allin? And he looks cool in this YouTube video. I can't wait to see him wrestle Cody. And what's Orange Cassidy gonna do? Because everybody likes Orange Cassidy right now. People are starting to turn on him, which is how the internet works. And that's unfortunate because I think he's super talented. I like the character. I like the athleticism that goes along with it because it's like low key impressive as fuck. So that was Stomping Grounds, and yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Jim wasn't here. All right, he's in Florida. He's with Flo Rida, living it up. But he'll be back next week. And we'll talk about Halloween and some other stuff. As far as plugs go, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, mostly Instagram, at Dale Zawada. Follow me on YouTube, actually. Let me make sure that's what it needs to be. YouTube.com/Dale Zawada. Is that it? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, follow me on YouTube. Give me a subscribe. Hit the fucking bell. All that kind of shit. Because I'm going to be posting some more stuff on that channel. Some screenwriting stuff. I want to I just want to talk more about movies, kind of like I did with Child's Play. I just want to talk about movies. You know, maybe a little more in depth, maybe have a little more value to it than just straight up shooting the shit like we did today. But I want to do some more of those. I'm also going to be laundry's done. I also want to I'm going to do some videos about my own scripts, ones that I've got done. They're in a fucking box over here, just waiting for that moment when a producer needs, a horror anthology screenplay, and I just show up like, I just pop up like fucking Donatello in Ninja Turtles 2. Just, hello. So I want to do that where I just kind of break it down. Here's what the script is. Here's what it's about. Here's why I did it this way. It's a very behind the scenes analytical slant on it, and I think that could be fascinating to a lot of people. I want to do it one for you know folks because I think that could be entertaining, but I also want to have it for fucking producers and directors at the same time. So when I'm sending these scripts and they're like, okay, here's a log line, here's a synopsis, also here's this little video. You don't have to watch it. It's just kind of it expands on the synopsis, but it's 2 3 minutes. I give it a watch because I think that's going to help. I think that's going to help sell some more scripts, have my conversion rate be a little higher than it is. They can see me, like who wrote this script? Because all these people see are just fucking black type on white paper. And I want to add a little humanity to it. Here's who I am. Here's why I wrote this. Here's how I wrote this. This is why it's like this. Here's why it's different. Here's why it's awesome and why it should probably be made into a feature film. And if you're one of those producers or directors, hey, give me a call. So I think that could be fun. I think that could be fun. And if nothing happens from it, then nothing really has changed. But it'll be at least very fun to do. So youtube.com/Dale Swada. This was episode 77. Thanks for listening. I'm never going to Hollywood Casino again.